don't write them like this.
No, it's epic. All right, we are full of guests today as my Apple Watch goes off. Good friend
so that's
Ed
alerting
calling.
us to the next guest. Okay,
Yeah, I got to figure that one out. Yeah, that means the next guest is on for us. Fantastic. This next guest is, a lot of people say close to me, but this guy's really close to me because he's my nephew. He's my nephew. I love this kid to death. We're close as hell. He's a Manhattan resident, originally from Oneonta. He's obviously my brother's son.
Okay.
And he's doing something amazing in fashion and clothing. Now, he is a personal trainer by trade in Manhattan. And we'll throw some pictures up in the background to show our audience what he does and what he looks like. And if we have any young ladies out there, I'm sure they're going to go a little wild on my next guest, my nephew, Daniel Wood. Let's get Daniel Wood on the phone.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Danny, baby. How are you?
What's up, guys? I'm good, man. How are you guys?
We're great. Good. We're great. We're so glad. I told you we would get you on. And here it is, June,
man,
and we got you on.
Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is awesome, man. Thank you, guys.
So we're excited for you. I don't think you've launched this fully yet. You might be in what we call beta launch, but you're about to launch a clothing line. Tell us about what you have in store for that.
Yeah, so the clothing line I'm getting ready to launch here in 2 days, actually, which is Thursday. The brand here I have is called STLR, STLR. And we kind of developed the brand for the lack of simplistic, fashion-forward active wear that can kind of transverse both its function and its aesthetic kind of inside and outside the gym. So as a personal trainer, we're always, working all day long from this session to that session. And then we're always, going to things either after work, in between work, and just kind of needed some clothes that could transverse both. And this is something that we came up with here. And we've been developing it now for about 2 years. And it started with some iPad sketches. We're kind of at this point now where we've developed a whole line. We've gotten some investments and gotten this whole 5-piece collection all set and ready to launch here in a couple of days.
That's great, Daniel. How old are you?
I am 28.
You're 20. That's fantastic. So you're making things happen out there for yourself at 28. I'm looking at the shirts now. In my mind, I'm thinking, because I know you're saying transverse, back and forth. In my mind, I'm thinking you could really only go one way. You could go from work to the gym, because you wouldn't wear this at the gym and then wear those same clothes to work, right?
Right. And so, you're not going to sweat in it and then leave the gym and, back out in that. But this is more or less, for guys like me who are, fashion forward, but we don't have something simplistic that we can move in all day, whether it's, working and then leaving and going to an event or doing something like that where, the simplistic t-shirt that I have on it is transversible between the both.
Okay.
You know what I love about it? The keep it simple principle that's always a part of what I try to do in business is, again, we'll show the pictures as I'm talking. It's simple, but yet I have to be honest, I haven't really seen anything like it on the marketplace, and that really excites me. Actually, I'm seeing 3 different designs here.
And with go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, so when you develop something like this, which again, it's been 2 years, you're hard at work, do you look out and say, hey, this is what the marketplace is missing, like Nike and Under Armour? Because honestly, I haven't seen anything like, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that is out there as of now, it just seems like is very loud. There's a lot of prints, there's a lot of logos, and this is kind of bringing back a fashion forward aspect to activewear, keeping it simple. And, being able to add this into your closet.
Now, one thing my wife and I, your aunt, Lisa, we always say, we're in New York City, and New York City is a very black place. I mean, there's no other place you can go where you see black shoes, black. So it's very New York City. So I wonder I know you have a partner on this, Max, and what you guys thought about the worldwide market. Because if you're going to think, you better think big, think worldwide. Have you given that some thought?
Yeah. Well, definitely. So, as you said, keeping it simple, right? And as of now, we're just trying to keep it simple, launching in, these 5 simple silhouettes in the simple color. And then from here, we're going to hopefully gain some exposure and be able to build the line and come out in multiple thousands of colors. You know what I mean? And
yep.
So, so that's kind of where we're starting out now. It would be great if we had a giant funding in order to come out with 10 different colors, because obviously we would love to do that, but
you don't want funding.
Is kind of where we felt.
You don't want funding. You know what funding means? You got partners. You don't want partners.
I mean, right.
Are we going to see you on the Shark Tank, Daniel?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's very, very, very cool. I love it.
So it's really exciting. I've been working on this for 2 years, like I said, and for this to be out to the public here in 2 days is really exciting. We've got a lot of networking through the clients and the friends that we've built up at the studio that we work at, and which has really helped. I actually just got an email back from GQ, so hopefully we'll be getting some press in some of these places. So
yeah, so this is going to hit the streets in 2 days.
In 2 days.
That's fantastic. Now, when you had this in your mind, you saw it, and then you started sketching it out. I guess what was the next phase is, I guess, to find a manufacturer and then pick out the type of fabric, right?
So the first thing we did is we went to the Spandex House, which is on 34th Street, somewhere in the Garment District, and we found some fabric that we really liked. Went to a tailor that we have been working with, and he told us that he knew how to make some patterns. So we had him develop our first T-shirt there that we probably wore for a full year. And so everyone's asking us where we're getting this from, how does it function, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, you know what, man, let's go for this. And we ended up meeting somebody through PR at Converse who put us in contact with this guy from Visionaire, which has been working as our creative head now for the past year and a half, I would say. And he's got all these ties through the production in China, and that's kind of where we've gotten into that.
Very cool.
I just had a quick question also. When you said you went down and you found the fabric, what are they made out of, the shirts and the shorts?
So, yeah, I'm sorry. So it's actually an Italian fabric called Carvico.
Awesome.
And it's a moisture-wicking, antimicrobial, 4-way stretch material that is very, very durable. I've probably washed the shirt that I'm actually wearing right now probably 200 times. And I think it still looks about the same it did when I got it.
Oh, that's dynamite.
So you're going to give your uncle a shirt, right?
Absolutely, Spunk. I got you, man.
Here's the thing, though.
Can I call you Spunk on the air?
You call me Spunk on the air, man. That's his pet uncle name. I love it.
All right.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be bluntly honest, like I always am on the Men's Talk Radio show. The one on the left here that I'm picturing up on the screen, the STSSTEE, that's more my speed. When I was 28 like you, I would have worn the tank top. You got to have the body type these days to wear the tank top. Yeah, that's the other
thing. Right.
And that's cool.
Yes, and I also do feel that the way that these are cut, they are very flattering for all types of body types. I know you may not think so, but
no, I could see it
really
might be. You got a little room there on the tee. You got a little room there, baby boy.
It is an oversized. It is oversized. It's meant to be worn a little big, and that's why I feel like with the way that the shirts are cut, they definitely give the body a different look. A more pleasing aesthetic.
When you said, the stretchable material, because I find myself, when I'm buying jeans these days, all of my jeans are stretch jeans, and they're so much more comfortable. They just kind of move with you, versus the denim, which was, and that's all we had. But now there's a lot of products out there for jeans that are really so comfortable, man.
Yeah, and especially for people who live in urban cities, man, we're moving all the time. I mean, you got to walk up these subway steps all day long. Having a pair of raw cut denim on is very fun.
Into this.
Good point.
Great point. Dan,
and that's exactly it. It's all about movement and design and style. That's what it's all about. It's all about movement. The whole thing is based off of is movement. And we're going to start here with these 5 pieces, which is your workout collection, and then eventually hopefully we turn this into an entire closet full of these materials, these silhouettes that, you know, you're able to move in, you're able to just live your life in them, man. You know what I mean? And not have to worry about it.
What is the cost on the shirts and the shorts, Dan?
So the price range is from $92 to $112, the $92 being the tank top, $112 being the longest short.
So this is not a Walmart product.
Right. No, it's definitely a little bit more on the high end. We definitely want to be in some small boutiques in the city and
Good
at
move.
some point. But right now we're going to start out just online, and then we just want to
Good
be
move.
in like high end boutique. So
Good move. Don't play the lowest bidder thing because you'll be eaten alive. Good move. I love it.
Yeah.
Tell me about the marketing.
So
I want to talk to you about the marketing for a second because Nike, for example, is a lifestyle company. It's not an athletic footwear company. It's a lifestyle company. The swoosh means,
absolutely.
you know, iconic. And you'll get there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
STLR, the name, Stellar, STLR. By the way, your website is STLR.us. Just what's the iconic brand you're putting across? For example, in this marketing that I'm looking at, half your faces are cut off. What's that all about? I'm going to make a guess of what that's about. As good looking as you guys are, you want it to be about the clothes.
Yeah, exactly. We really do want it to be about the clothes, for real though. And we're just trying to put across a lifestyle, and you know, of all different types of like-minded people, creative people, whether if they're artists, they're DJs, they're b-boy dancers, they're Michael. It's all these people who have the like-minded of the aesthetic of the clothing. You know what I mean?
Yep, I love it.
So that's what we're going for.
All right, so you're going to be a success. We're behind you. We want to be invited to your launch party if you do have one. I know funds are tight
we
now,
will
but
at some point for sure.
we'll be behind you.
Yeah,
and I'm proud
point.
to say that Men's Talk Radio is part of your launch, and we're behind you.
Absolutely.
You know what? Next
Thank
show.
you guys so much.
You're welcome. Next show we'll wear these, or in the future when you start to get them in, we'll wear these and feel them out. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to sit down and have a beer and a cigar.
Oh, you've been watching the show.
Now, there's no, Dan, there's no, if I'm getting this right, there's no logo whatsoever.
Whatsoever.
So if you look into on the website, you'll see on the left side, well, I guess it would be the right side on the images, but on the left side there is a small black flag, which is on both the bottom of the left-hand side of the shirt and the bottom left-hand side of the shorts.
Okay.
So again, keeping it simplistic, something that we don't want very loud, but it can be a recognizable piece.
Sure.
Well, listen, I'm not going to give your email out because that picture of you on the screen, there's going to be too many girls, and I love Kirsten too much. I can't do that, but I will give you a website out.
Max guy, too, I mean.
Website, STLR.us. We're looking forward to your launch. Of course, you're on Instagram, and that's where it's happening. I know that. Daniel, I love you, baby.
Definitely.
Thanks for coming on.
Great job,
Love
buddy.
you guys, man. Thank you so much.
To you, man. Take care.
Talk soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good luck.
Bye-bye.